esports around the globe. He pops up once in a while, but not like back in the day when it was, I don't know, 90-something% contention rate. And so I'm wondering, how is this going to work, especially against a Nolan on Demon Kite?
Very contrasting junglers right now, and we know there's a stigma when it comes to the Fredrin. They said that it's value for value, but at the same time, you know it's going to be an objective game for Omega, despite having the Jawhead onto Chaknu. What do you think? Will this playstyle affect the Barangay, especially how they've been doing with their aggressive playstyles?
You know, the Barangay, I think at this point, you can just chalk it up as they have had a hell of a couple weeks already. And we'll see if they can replicate it. Here we go, already in the mid lane, the toss up over, Chak Mamba already going to be taken out. They get the flicker out too, and Dory with Appraiser's Wrath, but it looks like Demon Kite won't clean up the kill, so hey, off to a great start for Aurora here.
That was a good play coming in from the captain, Renegade, as well as the follow-up from Edward. So far, so good for Aurora, really wanting to bounce back after a devastating loss once again from FCAP. But again, we have to go back to the point of the panel. When it comes to the late game, these two gold laners, Jome and Doming, will be the stars of the matchup. Their split capabilities are there.
Yep.
So what do you think? When it comes to the late game, who are you leaning towards more?
That's a tough question, man. Late game, I think, you know... Oh, hold on! Final Slash? Are we going to be used? We don't have time to talk about it, because now the payback on Renegade is going to be taken through. Tossed up on Demon Kite. Right now, they have no room to breathe here. And Adoryu this whole time just going to go ahead and work on the turtle. You asked me about the late game. I don't know, man. With that kind of play, Omega looks like they want to end it early.
I feel like we won't experience any late games tonight. A while ago, we've seen 12 minutes and 14-minute series, and with the current pace, wow. So far, so good for Omega. They were able to come back right after the setups coming in from Chaknu. And we've seen this. The Jawhead has been a crucial part to any team's lineup. And so far, at this point, I think whether Chaknu throws Renegade or even Yue, or even Edward rather, it's already good value.
Yeah, that's kind of like the choice here. Hang on, it's like, who do you want to go for? Because you can have your picking, and that's the power of Chaknu on this Jawhead. The same can be said though if you're looking at the fact that Renegade, we've seen Tigreal perform so well over the course of just the meta that we're in, and I think even for Yue is kind of like in the situation where what ultimate do I want to take? Chaknu, I guess, chooses Renegade, and I guess he's going to go and sacrifice himself too, thinking that, hey, they're going to go and pick up the kill, but no, it doesn't happen. Demon Kite might struggle a little bit, though. He's going to get pushed out, bullied out here. Implosion's going to be used. Demon Kite goes back for it. Who gets the purple? Renegade has to flicker out. Demon Kite doesn't grab it, but Yue tries to help him out. Wow! That Dominator's Descent is so tough to deal with, and Omega gets out fine.
Look at Omega treating the purple buff of Demon Kite like a lord. Chaknu again with a crucial sacrifice just to make sure that Demon Kite doesn't get his early game power spike with the Nolan. Because looking at the lineup of Omega, there's Moskov, there's even Jawhead as well as Arlott. They can easily get bursted down by this Nolan from Demon Kite.
Yeah, that's why, you know, going back to it, it's like when you always talk about the jungle matchup, you got to see how the pacing is for both of them because they are on a different spectrum. You know, the Fredrin, more towards that utility, that meta that we were in for, what, a year and like a half or so? Like quite a while. It felt like a long time, and now...
I think you should extend it because...
Maybe 2 years?
Yeah, Fredrin's got picked up again.
Yeah, he's still there, and now, once again, fight for this turtle. Look at that final slash going to be used, and there's the follow through. Renegade's going to find one on the implosion, pushing him back a little bit further, but Omega controlling the turtle. I don't think they can do anything. Toss up again, and that looks like another one for the Chak Mamba, the Cap Mamba, as they like to say it right now.
Captain showing his versatility, showing his improvements and development this time, not just during interviews, but during gameplays as well. He's really calculated with how he uses the ejector. I mean, it's scary to throw a Tigreal or even a Minotaur because, again, the counter set potential is there.
Yeah.
But Chaknu doesn't mind. He doesn't care.
He doesn't care. Whether he's sacrificing him or not, he's playing like a captain here. And now putting the pressure on the purple buff. Unstoppable Force gets the flicker out from Domeng, but they're going to get punished as Endoru will go down. So once again, Omega putting the pressure on the enemy side of the jungle. They get punished. let's take a real quick. How are all items falling into place?
So far, Moskov has the corrosion side, so it's really looking good along with Claude, but still has the upper advantage. And you could actually expect this because head-to-head, Claude versus a Moskov, you lean towards a bit for Moskov, but this is where it gets tricky because, again, if Renegade starts taking care of Doming, that's going to be a different problem. Especially since if you leave Doming alone in his lane, oh, he's just going to push the whole time.
He's going to do his thing, but I guess that's always the debate here. You know, late game Claude, late game Moskov, what's better? Chaknu goes in, flickers, ejector through! Spirit Destruction going to find the mark here, joins the fight! They're going to be able to find Chaknu with the exchange as Renegade, both roamers are down! And Doryu not going to land the Appraiser's Wrath, he has to back off. And the fights are constantly like this here.
Outplays after outplays. Both captains are down. It started off with a Chaknu flicker after the ejector, and then Renegade with an implosion play onto 3.
This is probably the most close story building I feel like today that we've seen. I mean, it is only the second match, but we talked about the two captains, the roamers. Look at them. They both died 3 times. They're both trying to force these sets and these exchanges up, and it's great.
I'm lost for words with how these two players are playing, the shot callers, the captains of their respective teams. But the last turtle up there grabs Chaknu once again.
Spirit Destruction gonna just fly on by the mid side, and they force it once again. Turtle's gonna be secured by Aurora. A huge shot up again as Chaknu's gonna be able to fall. But look at the turn of tides based off the implosion from Renegade. They get a decisive victory, even though the objective is taken by Omega. Aurora will flip it on its head and take it down the mid, taking the tier 1.
This brings me back to M5.
Woo!
M5 Renegade, Prime Renegade with the center. Amidst all the chaos, he was still able to pull it off, and looking at the instant replay, it started off with Ryota, beautiful final slash, but this is what Tigreal wants.
Wow.
He really wants a big 5-man clash, and once he casts that implosion, it's game over for Omega.
Like I said, we made this about the captains, the roamers. And that's exactly what game 1, at least 8 minutes in, has given us. A great showing here. And you have to start to wonder, all right, what does this all result into? You know, objectively, it went to Omega.
Yeah.
But fighting-wise, they're showing a lot of power for both sides.
Mega got two turrets right now. Appraiser's Wrath going to be casted onto Doming just to salvage that tower, but still, Aurora manages to find an objective here. Chaknu once again, conceal.
Implosion on the backside. They get Doming the flicker. Ryota's going to miss the final slash, though. They might just have to disengage on that. You can see this happening, Ingan. You can hear the crowd's reactions.
Yeah. You know, this exact game, these games make me want to play ML.
I thought he was going to say, it makes you want to be a roamer.
No, I am a roamer. I can't do that, but it makes me want to play because it's so exciting, clashes after clashes. And it's really a chess match. It's really a pixel after pixel fight because one wrong move can result to even a wipeout.
It's absolutely phenomenal. If you guys are not roaming mains now, maybe you are inspired. You know, I don't know. Or I don't know. I think most people don't want to give it the gold lane. Yeah.
No, it's hard, a lot of responsibility. Most of the time you're just farming, but for roamers, you're really controlling the pace. And that's why these two roamers are the respective captains of their teams. And looking at the gold lead, still with Aurora, 1.7k gold lead, but they have to watch out really for Jom, because Jom not being in the picture that much during clashes, but he's really making sure that he's doing his job. He got the turret onto the bottom lane, and I believe he was the one who took the top lane turret. And looking at the items, he already has the DHS, Corrosion Sight, and Golden Staff, so you're gonna feel Big Jom later on.
Big J, as some of our fellow casters like to go in and call out here. He is definitely on par, though. And it's always something we see when a Moscov's in play, you know? It's this Spirit Destruction can change the course of the game either for the better or for the worse. You know, if you miss it in a key team fight, it's kind of like, oh, oops, I'm sorry, I missed.
We've seen it a while ago with Super Marco, first 3 turtles. Spirit of Destruction always missed, but right on time.
Yep.
During the last clash, it hit on the perfect moment onto MP the King. So this time, Jom needs to make sure that Spear of Destruction will always hit, especially for this very first Lord. Because so far, all our Lords today have resulted to inhibitor turret takedowns.
Looks like they're going to push this one in. Jom Throws the Spear of Destruction. Is going to find the mark. He does find Domeng. They go in, forcing it. Chaknu forces Demon Kite back, but they're split up in the team fight. Chaknu falls. Still a full force of Aurora. Going to find down. Ukir in trouble. Double kill for Yue. And now the Lord for the taking here. 3 down for Smart Omega. It's only Jom. It's only Ryota. Yue on the front side. Going to force Jom back, and that is a Lord fought for Aurora.
This is why Yue has been a standout player. Prior to his engagement against Jom, he was the one down who took down Andoryu. He made sure that the Appraiser Sat was not going to be casted. One Shadow Strike was enough to bring him down. That's why Aurora had the chance to just take away the Lord without any repercussions there.
Yeah, it's tough now at this point. Omega finds themselves on the defense. Clear speed-wise, defensively, they should be able to be okay. Again, it's only the first Lord here. We'll see how they decide to respond to this. Take a note of Renegé's positioning. Possibly looking to make a play here, but they might just get a couple turrets. Maybe the tier 2s only in the top, mid, bottom is taken care of. And it looks like Aurora will take the discipline route for now.
Wow, they ran out of minions, but the Dominator's Descent was there acting like a second Lord. They took down the middle lane turret. All outer turrets for Omega has now been gone. And really, the person who needs to set up the comeback for Omega is really Chaknu. We've seen Omega dominate the early game because of those crucial ejector plays, especially when he pairs it up with the Conceal. And this time so far, Aurora's really ready for any Chak Mamba surprise.
I feel like this is almost where it shifts to at this point in the game, where it can't just be Chaknu. Like, he can still make those plays, but sometimes he might have to peel. Like, he doesn't always have to initiate. But let's say it's Ryota that uses the Flicker Final Slash combination, sets things up for them. Or hell, even Andoryu, if he can actually get a good taunt off with the Energy Eruption, or, mind you, they combine the 3, then that might be better for Omega. You can't get to this point in the game and be like, all right, Chaknu, we just got to let you do it. But knowing that this is the Mamba, Chaknu, he probably will still be the one to lead that decision. But you just hope, based off the last team fight that we saw, that Omega will fight it and make that decision.
Yeah, again, Omega known for their late game antics, but the Conceal is here from the Barangay. Spear of Destruction is gonna miss here, and now
you gotta get out.
Wasted.
There's the response. Renegé gonna find 2. Blazing Duet already gonna be used. Ryota taken out of the picture. Aurora knew they made a mistake, and they punished them for it.
Ryota's the first man down for Omega. Now they have to walk away because Aurora prioritizing now the objective onto the middle lane. They want to take down Inhibitor Turret. But let's see if Chaknu's going to be able to set up here because he was able to throw. No, that's a Nightmaric spawn. Edward with the Primal Wrath right now. Still able to defend that middle lane turret. But in 25 seconds, Omega really needs to make a play here. Maybe even a pick-off before going into the second Lord.
Oh, again, Smart Omega finds himself so the back's against this wall at this point of the game. And that's why I'm saying I'm going to reference it just like I was saying earlier. Chaknu, he's going to be the one to make those decisions. Pops the Conceal, but once you miss that opportunity, once that window's closed, you don't have much left to do, and that's exactly why they got punished. And now that this Lord is up, we'll see how they try to kind of adjust the game plan here.
I just realized it's really hard Jawhead game right now. A lot of the players from Aurora are really mobile. So again, we've seen it after a quick Conceal play from Omega. Wasn't successful initiation. They were able to turn things around, but this time we have to watch out for Renegé because Renegé so far. Wait, Edward!
Edward tosses up with the onward. Ryota, what happened? Gets taken out. Renegé 2 on the front side is just going to stand there and zone out. Smart Omega, can Andoryu get there in time? They pop the Dominator's Descent. Blazing Duet's already going to be used too. They're going to fight it out here under the Lord as well. Jome's taken out of the picture, has nowhere to go. Yue will go down by Aurora, but the objective secured for Edward. And Aurora will now get ready to siege into the base of Smart Omega.
That was a crucial play. Because I thought Jome was just supposed to go for the split push instead.
Yeah.
Because Aurora was preoccupied with the Lord, but instead, when the Spear of Destruction hit, he casted it because they saw Domeng was using the Blazing Duet with half HP. So it was an opportunity for Omega to turn things around, but Yue and Demon Kite was always prepared for that potential Moskov Spear of Destruction.
Man, this gap between the jungle is insane economically. 5,000 gold behind. I know Andoryu did better in the early game, but at this point, it's kind of struggling against this lineup. now they've got to defend. Lord making its way down the mid. It's going to take care of this base turret. Smart Omega trying to hold things together. Chaknu does have the immortality. We'll see how he decides to initiate this time around. They can clear this Lord out.
You have to watch out for Renegade, because as a roamer, you know he's planning something. Again, he has the flicker, but I think they have to respect the clear wave potential of Omega here. The Lord is bursted down in the middle lane. They're able to take down Inhibitor turret, but I feel like Aurora knows this is endable. Renegade looking for the perfect angle, looking for the perfect implosion play, but still respect to the capabilities of Barangay. And you have to admit, you have to respect Omega. Again, their whole identity as a team is really late game. Late game, we're going to turn things around.
Don't tell me. The Omega timers.
The Omega timers. And as you can see, 16 minutes in, we're about to approach the Omega timers.
What's our updated Omega timers, by the way?
So far, they've been playing fast.
Is it 18-ish?
I think 18. But so far, they've been playing fast. But look at this, Edward with a catch.
Edward gonna jump in again, pops the winner's crown. Renegade on the backside. Who's he looking for? Goes in a huge implosion from Renegade. That's the perfect setup, and they completely handle Smart Omega off the back of the captain, and Demon Kite gets a maniac. What an amazing set!
And a wipeout for Aurora Mlbb. Minions in the middle lane, catching Omega by surprise.
And with the minions after that, they'll go ahead and shine a bright through game number 1.